snails, hares, and puppy dog tails. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little heathens, but Mojo Jojo accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction: dirty toilet water. Thus, the Rowdy Rough Boys were born. Using their ultra superpowers, Brick, Boomer, and Butch have dedicated their lives to doing crime and being forces of evil. All right, now that I've had my laugh and the warm-up sketches are done, let's take a gander over at the real fourth Powerpuff Girl, Bunny. Yeah, this is just your friendly reminder that the official fourth purple Powerpuff Girl is Bunny, and she does exist. She may have died, but just because there is another purple Powerpuff does not mean that she is the official fourth, or in my opinion, the real purple. Okay, that is forever Bunny. You do not, in any circumstance of, just being a decent person or just being a person, replace a lost or killed family member, a dead family member, with someone else. That's just not done. Okay? Okay. So this fan art is dedicated to her, Bunny, because I miss her. Honestly, I do. Give a like if you cried when, you saw her episode, because truly it makes me cry every time. It's so sad. I've done previous fan arts of her before because, she deserves it. She's great. I've noticed that the typical thing that people try to do when creating fan art of her is to draw her how she'd likely look if she looked quote unquote normal, like the other puffs. But the thing is that's not how she looks. And if she, in my opinion, if she had been made the regular way, would have formed the normal way, like the rest of the Powerpuffs or even the Rowdy Roughs, she would have been formed with a group. It is my opinion and a theory that I have that she's actually the amalgamation of three puffs together that were unable to separate and form three separate bodies to call their own. Instead, they were all still together in one form. I mean, if you think about it, she is like 3 times the size as a regular puff or rough. And the fact of the matter is that for each and every time that they've done this, there's always been 3 of them that have come out, And she seems to be the only one where that didn't happen. And that's because the girls messed up the formula using alternatives because they just couldn't figure out how to do it right. And the alternatives they used were, of course, unstable, yet somehow were good enough in order to even somewhat work in the first place, which is also interesting. Yeah, so how did you guys feel about Bunny? Do you guys appreciate, even though back in the day it was made, but do you appreciate the formation of her character, what they did with her, and how it was handled? Do you feel like they should have brought her back? Because, we've had a few reboots and reimaginings, and in each one of them so far, Bunny has not returned. She did not return in the later continued seasons of the Powerpuff Girls. I don't believe she was even brought up, which, sad. But she also wasn't brought up in the first attempt at a reboot, where the art style looked more like cutout paper. It's paper Powerpuff Girls, I guess you can call it. Then again, that one only got 1 episode, and she also was not brought up in the more recent reboot, which honestly should be more like a reimagining than a continuation, because they really seem like they did not know what they were doing with that and disregarded a lot of the continuity and lore of the original show as well. Anyway, regardless, she was not brought up again in that one either. Instead, they came up with a different purple Powerpuff and named her Blisstina, and came up with all these shenanigans regarding it that made no sense. And in Powerpuff Girl Z, which I don't know how many of you guys are aware of it or took a look at it. I took a look at it, and they changed a whole lot in that show, including the fact that Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup weren't even siblings. So that one was like a whole reimagining. And with that one, there was, from what I remember, an implication to being another Powerpuff, a purple one, but she was not Bunny. Instead, she was some other character that was created for that show and was supposed to be related to that world's incarnation of Princess Morbucks. Supposed to be her big sister, if I'm remembering right. So she was either purple or white, maybe platinum. I don't know. I just remember she had a bit of purple coloration to her. But yeah, so Bunny wasn't there either. Sad. But maybe one day, we will get acknowledgement of their lost fourth sister. Maybe. Eventually. Probably not, but you know, we can hope. We can hope it'll happen one day, and it's done, you know, with tact, and they give her some dignity. Because, as she said before she left us forever, she did good. Bunny did good. Okay, well, I'm done now talking. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, so let me just take a moment to thank you guys so much for the 200 subscribers, at least last time I checked. A screenshot of it. Again, thank you guys so much. Apparently, I'm doing something right here, so yay. So now, let's get it up to 200,000. Yes, please. Please. Thank you so much. Please. Thank you. Okay, you know, share whatever it is of my content that you like all you want. You can find me on different media platforms as well. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.